kaiju, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews. Hey, hello there collectors, it is Steven here, and I am back with another Chibimaru Godzilla review for you, and this time we are taking a look at the Mechagodzilla 3 Kiryu, I'm not saying Kiryu, I'm saying Kiryu, review here. And now Kiryu is actually the third Chibimaru Godzilla model to be released, and there are a couple of different variants of them. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the normal one. Now, this one, model kit, some folks don't like to put those together, but at the end of the day, it just might be worth the effort. Or maybe not. Yeah, let's take a look to see whether or not he's worth adding into your collection. This review was chosen by my patrons over on my Patreon as October 2018's Patron's Pick. But you know what? It's not just the only one. There is another one as well, just because it's been quite a special month. So if you're interested in maybe voting in next month's Patron's Pick, head on over to Patreon at the link in the description down below, and let's see if you want to vote for next month's poll. All right? All right. Thanks again to all my patrons. Now let's get on to the review. Unfortunately, I built this Kiryu quite some time ago, so I don't have any raw build footage of me sort of bumblefootting, I guess you might say, my way around building this guy, but he was quite a bit of a pain to build, and the decals unfortunately did not, they didn't stick too well. And that's unfortunately not just the issue with this Kiryu, it's happened with my Ghidorah and my Godzilla. But anyway, you'll see in some spots that the decals just didn't stick, and there are a lot of curved areas where you're putting the decals. Kind of sounds like I'm being a nitpicky son of a... But anyway, it really is kind of frustrating just to see you go through so much work and effort just to over time see the adhesive come up when this shouldn't have been the case. But regardless of that, Kiryu is actually sculpted pretty well, and all of the pieces do blend in together very, very well. To be honest with you, I think with a little bit more work, this could actually pass as a D for real entry. So yeah, I'm saying it's about as nice as an X Plus in terms of sculpt, and that is definitely saying a lot. Taking a closer look at Kiryu, we can definitely see some of the finer details of this guy, where we can see clear sculpt marks for things such as panel lines, we can see tubing, we can see the whole 9 yards. You can even see that they included translucent pieces for the eyes, which really does make this model kit go the extra mile. Now, unfortunately, some features were cut back in the chibiization process. I don't know, is that what you call it? Anyway, some of those issues being that there aren't as many dorsal plates as Kiryu would normally have in comparison to, let's say, the SH Monster Arts, but still, Kiryu does look pretty nice. Now, some of the issues that I was talking about in terms of decals, you can see that there are some decals on the upper thigh. You can see that there are some decals on the tail that, unfortunately, well, they're starting to come up. And that has been the process over the year and a half or so, I think, that I've had this guy. Yeah. And it's just frustrating because the decals are so small, and I would have to buy a whole nother one if I wanted to correct the issue, because you can't just simply buy the decals on their own. So the issues that I have with Kiryu here is that some of the parts were pretty difficult to put together, especially if you have larger hands, or you even have some assistance with some smaller tools. And the decals, well, they just did not hold up too well for me over time, even after pre-cleaning the area before applying. But other than that, we have fantastic swirling in the plastic, which really gives some details to a blank, straightforward Kiryu that you're not painting, and the sculpted details are pretty rockin'. This is a nice rendition of a Chibi Kiryu. Alright, so Mechagodzilla's articulation. Oh, yeah, he does have a couple of joints. He's expressive. It's pretty straightforward, pretty nice. Nothing overly fancy. You know, we can get a couple poses, but let's take a look. So the jaw opens and closes on a hinge, just like that. See? Nice, wide. We can see the maser cannons on the inside. And then the head is attached to the neck on a ball joint. So we can get Kiryu to look around, spin around, all the way entirely if you want. But unfortunately, the mouth, the way that it opens up, it may rub up against the collar here for Kiryu. So just be on the lookout for the mouth closing up whenever you're looking for a specific pose. The shoulders are on ball joints. Straightforward ball joint, so you can't raise and lower the arms sort of in a T pose. That's okay, but we can get them to spin around. we could get some decent movement out of the shoulders. That is something else. And all of the ball joints that you're going to see, all of the sockets are made of a soft plastic. So that means that you're going to have parts that will like to pop off, which is a shame, but I understand why they did it. But leading on to the next part, we do have ball jointed elbows, as you can see here, which is cool. And then for the wrists, do we have anything? Yeah, we do. As a matter of fact, we do have just straightforward swivels because that is a peg. Now, we do have an ab crunch, which is on a ball joint. A little bit of twisting and turning from side to side and rocking around. Oh, what's that? Yeah, we do have a little bit of a waist joint, too. It doesn't really contribute overall to much, but hey, we do get a little bit of movement, especially when we factor in the sculpt, so that's good to see there. Now, for the hips, we do have ball joints, which legs go out about that far, go in that far, kick out, a whole bunch of different directions. That's good. Do we have any knee articulation? No, not really. But we do have ball-jointed ankles, which is good to see there. We can get some nice leg movement out of Kiryu. And then we do have a couple of joints in the tail where we do have 2 ball joints, and then we have a swivel. So this way we can get him to move his tail around and have parts pop off, which is so nice. So that's cool. So Kiryu has plenty of points of articulation, including 2 little hidden points here in the thrusters on his back that you didn't even know about until just now. So yeah, it's very nice to see here that we can at least get Kiryu in some fun poses. Now, we're going to cover the accessories, too. The normal Kiryu release, yes, there are others, just comes with the Absolute Zero Cannon alternate chest piece, which you just have to pop out the chest part there and then pop this on. Now, does it hinder articulation? Not really, but that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, there's no effect part for the Absolute Zero Cannon. It's just this little chest piece, just a swap out accessory. Now, there is another version of Kiryu where he comes with the backpack and all that fun stuff, and then there is a bundle pack of Kiryu with Godzilla. I don't know what that comes with. I think it's just this guy, sans the Absolute Zero Cannon, but yeah. That is the only accessory, this guy, for the standalone release of Kiryu. It's the only accessory that he comes with. And a size comparison for you, so this way you can see exactly how big Kiryu is. And I do have to say here that Kiryu just fits in perfectly fine as a Chibi Mechagodzilla on your shelf. To be honest with you, I hope we get to see a couple more Mechagodzilla designs in this fashion. But anyway, he's going to stand somewhere around the 4-inch mark. Perfect for any display. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Like I made a hint at earlier, there are a couple of different versions of this guy. There is just a straightforward release. There is a bundle pack with Godzilla, I believe, and then there is a heavily armed version, if you will, where he comes with the backpack and all that fun shenanigans stuff. So if you wanted to put some extra effort in and you really wanted more accessories, you can do that. General price range for this guy is going to be somewhere between $40 to $65 when factoring in the different releases and shipping. So not too bad of a price. The only thing I have to say with this guy is just be patient, accept the fact that maybe not all the decals will stick on there, and you are going to have yourself one fun Mechagodzilla model kit. Definitely not all that frustrating, just takes a little bit of time to build. I really do like mine. Well, folks, that's the end of this review. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow me on social media to catch more behind-the-scenes shenanigans and updates. The end card should be popping up now with more hand-selected STR goodness for you to watch, so check out some of those videos. Be sure to check the description, too, to see where you can buy this figure or others like it, and some cool links, like the credits for this video, and other ways you can help out the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.